We're back with yet another episode of the Brooker Family Podcast. I'm Heather Brooker.
And I'm Chris Brooker.
And I'm Channing Brooker.
And we're so excited to have you join us for our weekly family entertainment and pop culture talk show for parents and
kids.
You know, some of the best times we have as a family are talking about movies and shows and video games and music that we like. And we like making each other laugh. And we just like kind of picking each other's brains about, you know, stuff that we like to watch. Yeah. And that's what this podcast is about, is to have that conversation with us and to you.
And asking you, hey, do you like this or not? Maybe. Oh, do you like this? That's showing. Oh, maybe.
So in this week's episode, we are going to talk about Moon Girl, the premiere of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur on Disney+. We're also going to dive into some more girl power happening in film and television. And the Fast X trailer just dropped, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to do a little Chansplaining and Brooker Beats, and of course, what's poppin'. So let's just jump right in. We've put our first few episodes out into the world.
Yep.
And
millions of people are listening.
Millions of dozens of people.
Literally tens of people are currently listening to this podcast.
Trillions.
But we're grateful for all 10 of you who are tuning in so far. No, but really, this has been sort of, it was sort of a nerve-wracking like couple of weeks releasing the podcast out there.
Well, yeah.
The show out there because, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. You both need beverages right this second.
Right this second.
Just casually already drinking.
Yep.
My goodness. You know, a lot of preparation and everything went into the shows, and then you put it out there and you just really hope it, you know, people like it. But ultimately, we're doing it for ourselves.
Sure.
Because we love to, like you said, talk about movies and television. We love to spend time together as a family, watching TV, playing video games.
Yes, playing video games.
And so this is just sort of our way of spending even more time together, I think.
Yes.
So we put the show out, and I have to say, like, one of the more nerve-wracking things for me that's different than my other podcast, than Motherhood in Hollywood. Please subscribe to that if you haven't already.
Yes, subscribe.
The other thing that's different is the video aspect of this. Yep. I stress about what to wear and what to put to like wear.
You don't stress about just you though. You stress about us too.
I do, because I want us to look like decent and not like entirely like scrubs.
And that's fair. You know, Channing had her druthers. She would be in pajamas
and stained shirts.
And stained shirts.
She's in stained pants right now. And what did you say to us?
I said that I'm not gonna. You guys can't see it, right? You guys can't see it, so it's perfectly fine.
It's like a Zoom call. You know, you can wear underwear and a nice shirt. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Just wear. Don't wear no shoes at all. Just pretend to be in bed and make like a nice background so it seems like you're all nice and pretty.
We're just, but have you heard the phrase "dress for the job you want" instead of the job you have?
No one does that, Mom.
Yes, they do.
No one does that. Yes, they do. People dress nice. Like you want to, now I say that knowing I'm literally wearing a shirt that says Mama Bear.
Yeah. Do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah. But people dress, you dress for success. Like that's also a phrase. Have you heard that phrase?
Unless you're going to school.
But even going to school, you want to be successful in school, right? You don't?
No, I don't like school.
All right, we need to talk.
Okay. All
right, that's it. Cut the camera.
Well,
we need to talk.
Also, dressing nice makes you just personally feel better as well. You know, you put some clothes on that look nice and stuff like that, you automatically feel a little bit better, especially if you're going out and doing something, especially in front of a camera.
Let me tell you something. So my version of dressing nice is beautiful tight dresses.
Oh, okay.
And crop tops.
Okay, but why do you think that's nice? Where have you heard this or seen this that you think that is like high fashion?
Number one, YouTube, and number two, my friends. And number 3, school.
Can I tell you, I have never once seen any of your friends wearing a crop top or tight dresses.
Because
so I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not allowed to.
You know what? I was going to wear my tight dress and crop top, but Mommy said no.
Oh
so
my
I
gosh.
couldn't.
Yeah.
And so basically what I'm hearing
What a
now then is
buzzkill.
we need to cut out YouTube. No more
Yes,
YouTube.
basically.
Well, I figured out how to unblock it. Dee-dee.
Oh my gosh. What do you mean?
Hacker.
Dee-dee.
What do you mean you figured out how to unblock it? Your YouTube isn't even blocked.
I'm not telling you my secrets.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, this is taking a dark turn.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to ground you after the podcast.
Let's get back on track.
Oh my gosh. All right, no unblocking anything from YouTube. Are kids doing that? Do they really unblock from YouTube?
No, just me.
Just you? There's no way it's just you. There's no way.
Yeah. there is a
Someone
way.
taught you how to do it.
Yeah, I was
then.
going to say.
No,
who
no,
would-
I actually taught myself this one time. Dad blocked YouTube on my computer for block sites. I figured out how to unblock it by myself. No, I
Okay.
didn't do it on YouTube or anything because he blocked YouTube. So that's proof.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Things are going to get blocked now,
Wow.
and you won't be able to figure it out.
I will.
All right. Well, we'll see how much more YouTube then we'll be spending. Why do you? I don't
Okay.
I don't get the YouTube. I don't get it.
Because
I mean,
you're
it's
not
so
that cool.
lame.
You're
It's
not-
so lame. What do you mean?
No. If you think it's lame, that means you're lame.
Okay, I guess I'm lame. Sign me up for Lame Town. Population 1.
Population U.
All right. Let's talk about what you guys did this week. Chris is like, yes, let's move
Let's
on.
get
Now
back
I'm
on track
annoyed.
here, shall we?
No, Chris is annoyed. I'm also annoyed, and we will be talking about this privately.
If you say so.
Somebody
say
asked
so.
somebody asked me the other day because I said this is an unfiltered look at our lives. Somebody asked her what that means.
That was
Like,
a perfect example
Do
of it
we
right
put
there.
like unfiltered on our? Do we put filters on our video?
No.
And sometimes, yes, I do. But what I meant and what unfiltered means is that number one, we don't have hair and makeup stylists. Like we don't have fashion stylists. We don't have any of that stuff that we're, what?
You're wearing makeup right now.
Yeah, but I didn't have someone come in and do it. I did this
Okay,
myself.
okay. But unfiltered means like you're showing your beautiful personality. Like me, I'm not wearing any makeup.
No, that's not what unfiltered means.
That's what they taught me at school. What unfiltered means.
No, well, they're wrong. I'll talk to your teacher.
Talk to
Why are
the
you talking about
principal.
unfiltered in school? No, unfiltered means that we are not editing ourselves. Like right now, you're being annoying, and I'm going to let the world see that.
Okay. Yay.
but also it means that we don't have a stylist. We don't have hair and makeup people.
We're doing it ourselves.
This is not a big production.
No.
We're also showing people, good or bad, the family dynamics of our lives. And sometimes there is tension. Sometimes there is awkwardness. Sometimes there are people that don't listen.
Yeah, Dad.
Yes, Dad. Yes.
So
Yeah.
there is that unfiltered side of our show and ourselves, which is scary to put out there because people judge and people will say, oh my gosh, or, they may not like it. It may not resonate. But in reality, this is what families do. Not every family is perfect. We're not a perfect family by any means.
Pretty close, though.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I guess.
We're not a perfect family. We're also not experts in movies and television and all
Pretty
of these
close,
things.
though.
Where I'm gonna murder you, on this episode 4. All right,
Yeah.
goodbye. But we like to talk about it and we like to share our lives, and so that's kind of why we're just putting this out there. Hopefully, also so other families go, oh, my husband is also annoying.
Hey.
Hey, that makes sense.
Why did this turn on me all of a sudden? I've been like in
What
your
do you
corner.
mean all of a sudden? You were interrupting me like 9,000 times.
Blah, blah, blah.
Or if they're like, oh, I'm also an overbearing mom. Like,
Wait, what?
See, I could call myself out.
Wait, a what? A overbearing?
Okay, you don't need to know that word.
No,
yet.
I want to know the word.
It just means a mom who loves you deeply.
Okay.
All right, let's move on, friends.
If you say so.
Okay,
I'm going to search it up on my phone.
search it up. All right, guys, let's move on. And now let's talk about what's poppin'. What you guys did something really cool recently.
Yes, definitely.
You went to go see the premiere of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and I couldn't go with you because I had a stand-up show that night. So you guys got to go and tell me about it.
It was really, really cool. Now, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Channel and Disney Plus. And we went to the premiere, and it's a Marvel property. It's part of the Marvel family, and it's a title that not many people know about, but it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool cartoon. What did you think about the cartoon? It's a cartoon, yes.
It's
animation.
Yeah,
you can't
animated.
Sam is an animator. Our producer director in here.
Sorry.
He's an
Sorry,
animating
no
expert.
offense.
You can't say cartoon, right, Sam? You can't say cartoon. Is it offensive?
Is it a 3D property?
It is not a 3D
It's
property.
2D. It's 2D.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
So Sam said if it's not a 3D property, then it is a cartoon. But I always thought that there was like a level of snobbery with animators who think that every kind of animation they do is animation and not a cartoon. That's what I've always thought.
Well, I really thought that the first episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur was kind of emotional.
Oh, was it? Why was that?
I saw Dad tear up a little bit.
What? Well, I tear up at everything.
I saw a couple of people behind us crying a little bit. And I was just standing there like, I'm about to cry too, but I just don't want to do it.
What was it that was so emotional about it?
Dad, do you want to
The
explain?
dinosaur?
Yeah, the dinosaur.
She had to. Well, okay, I'm not gonna.
no
It's a
spoilers
spoiler.
then.
No
But her
spoilers.
relationship with the dinosaur got pretty deep in the show, and overall the show was a lot of fun. And the animation was something I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of Into the Spider-Verse animation, quite a bit. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was really good,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good property. I think everyone in the audience loved it. And the cool thing is there were a lot of the stars there, a lot of the voiceover talent, a lot of the producers, and all the Disney people were there and stuff like that. And it was on the Disney lot, and we got to party and dance and eat mediocre pizza.
And plus, everything was New York style too.
Did you just slam dunk on Disney's Pizza after they invited you to a free party?
I didn't slam dunk. I just
You
said it was
mediocre pizza.
It's a New York style, so.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Here, come closer to the mic, bub. You keep pulling away from the mic. Yeah. And yeah. So anyway, you had delicious pizza.
It was fantastic pizza.
That was
With hot dogs.
With hot dogs.
There was
given
also
to you.
hot. I was just I for a second when we were like at the party, I was a little bit confused. Like, no desserts, Disney? How dare you? This is a kids movie, Disney. And then a couple minutes later, an ice cream van came up, and I was like, oh,
The sherbet truck.
The sherbet truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trup. All right, that is a valid call, though. If it's a kids' movie, there needs to be some kind of
Yeah,
at
there
one
needs
point-
to be like ice cream or bonbons.
At one point, I turned around and like a lot of people at the party had gone outside or had like left or something like that. And I said to Channing, "Wow, looks like everyone's leaving." And all she could say was, "Yeah, they found out there's no dessert."
I did say that, yes.
And then the line for the sherbet truck got super long.
Oh, I'm sure.
but
And we got there
first. We
perfectly
got there
timed.
first. So
Well, honestly, we've been really lucky in that we've been invited to several experiences like that with Disney Plus and on the Disney lot. And we've had the opportunity to see movies and television shows before they come out
Yep.
and party then with the cast after. Super, super lucky and super grateful that we've had the opportunity to do that.
and Disney does it right
They really know how to throw a party.
with those kind of
Yeah.
events.
Yeah, they really are great with their theming and all of that stuff. Disneyland used to invite us to do stuff all the time, but I don't know what happened. I'm not cool enough anymore.
Probably because I grew up.
I think maybe because you got older, but I think it's more so they go after the people with really big numbers, like your big TikTokers, and
Sure.
they're really focused on TikTok content right now. And they also want people who are big gung-ho Disney fans, like intense Disney fans, to go. And we love Disney, but we're not like obsessed with it.
I would recommend Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur though.
Yeah.
It's
All
fun.
right.
It's a good family show too.
One thing I think that's really cool about that is that, it's certainly not the first show like this, but it is one of many that is leading with female cast and female-centric storylines.
Well, it's interesting. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is actually a sequel to the comic Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur. So they turned it to Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur in a comic run, and that's what they decided to make the show into. And it works 100%.
Also, too, so I want to do a little fun little game here with you guys.
Ooh, I love
and
games.
for everyone who's listening or watching, you guys play along. You can play along with us. All right. So Paste Magazine has released the list for the 50 best movies on Disney Plus right now.
Okay.
And since Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is on Disney Channel and Disney Plus, let's talk about that. I want to know what you guys think might be the top 5 movies on Disney Plus. Now, keep in mind, we watch a lot of Disney Plus, but we watch other stuff too. So, out of all the movies that might be streaming on Disney Plus. What do you think are the top 5?
Well, there's so many because you got to figure you've got the Marvel movies, you've got the Star Wars movies,
Right.
you've got the Pixar movies.
All right.
I'm gonna say Star Wars.
Which one?
The first A New Hope. Star Wars: A New Hope.
Nope.
I think
Blasphemy.
since
But
Disney,
pick another Star Wars. Oh wait, yes, that's number 4.
Ah!
I think
Of course it is.
I think one is either Turning Red or Encanto.
No, those are great movies, but out of all the Disney movies of all time, they're probably
it has
not
to be
the
like
biggest.
a Marvel movie. It has to be.
You would think so. One of them is Daddy's favorite movies. 2 of them actually are Daddy's favorite.
So we got Star
movies.
Wars in there.
You
So
got
that's
New Hope in there.
New Hope in there,
Okay.
right?
What's another one?
Another Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Rogue One.
No, out of all the Star Wars movies?
Yeah, that's one of the best ones.
No. I'm
pick-
gonna leap across this
Okay.
table and
Okay, what did-
smack you in the lightsaber.
Empire Strikes Back.
All right. Yes, number
Yes.
1.
Okay.
That is the number
Okay.
1 movie on Disney Plus.
Okay.
I was like, come on.
Is one of them a kids movie?
Uh-huh.
Oh! Can you give us?
Daddy's favorite animated superhero movie is on here too.
What's your favorite animated? Oh, Spider-Man.
Nope.
Quantum something.
No.
Oh my gosh. No.
Mixed up a couple different titles
Nope.
there. No, The Incredibles.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's your favorite?
It's one of my favorite Pixar
Is that
movies.
third?
And then The Incredibles is number 2, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one of my favorite movies of all time, which is this is kind of surprising.
Bridget Jones.
It is. But like, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's kind of surprising that's on this list is The Princess Bride.
What's that?
Oh,
It's the number 3 movie streaming on Disney Plus.
Oh, well, that's a great movie.
I've never heard of it.
You've seen it before.
wish.
You have.
A long time ago. We'll watch it again.
What's the top 10?
We're not going to do top 10. We're doing top 5. We ain't got time for 10.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right. And then number 5 is Hamilton. All right. So a quick review of the list.
Oh, yeah.
Number
Hamilton's a
1.
good movie.
Number 1, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which I can't believe Daddy didn't remember. Oh my God. Number 2, Incredibles. 3, Princess Bride. 4, Star Wars New Hope. And 5 is Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Hamilton, my friend is obsessed with Hamilton.
Oh.
Like
A
her
lot of people are.
on her little watch, on her watch, like she even has like the whole soundtrack of Hamilton on her
Wow.
watch.
That's cool. But yeah, so there's a lot of great stuff. This is not a Disney Plus advertisement in any way.
Nope.
But they definitely have a lot of
Although
good
Disney
stuff.
Plus, if you're listening.
Yeah, if you are, you could sponsor us if you want.
I don't think they will. Didn't they just lay off like 7,000 people?
It's tough times. Lean
I know,
times.
poor Disney and their billions.
Lean times in the Disney
Are they going
compound.
to be okay?
Like,
All right, so we
much
started.
money.
We started to talk about female-led and women in
TV and movies.
TV and movies and content and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
we talked about Moon Girl. And sticking with Disney Plus, there's She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
But even on a larger scale this year for the Academy Awards, we're seeing amazing women-led films like Tar,
gosh.
Everything Everywhere All at Once,
My
which
favorite,
is
yeah.
incredible. And I kind of hope that wins like everything. And then Women Talking.
Yep.
Just incredible performances. And it's
And
so
great representation.
Yeah.
The performances in those movies. I honestly, I haven't seen Tar yet. But everything I've
But you
heard
can just imagine Cate
is
Blanchett is-
well, she's amazing
yeah.
in everything, and of course, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh is just so, and the daughter, the actress who plays the daughter in that movie, her
Mm-hmm.
name escapes me right now, but she was fantastic too. Yeah, great performances.
Yes. And Channing, what do you think of when you hear the word like girl power? Like what do you-
Yes, queen.
No.
That's what I think of.
But what does it mean? Not just like a silly saying. Like what does it mean?
Girls standing up for each other.
Yeah. Say it with pride. Girls standing up for each other.
A girl standing, yep.
So a big example for this, Channing, would be in Endgame. Remember
Yes.
when they go, she's not alone, and all the female superheroes helped Captain Marvel with the glove.
Yes, I love that movie
Yes,
so
yes.
much. Don't you
But
dare.
that's girl power though, Channing. That's
Yeah.
what that
Yeah.
that's kind of what that means.
So wait, is it a Marvel movie?
What?
Because Dad used that as an example, so I thought maybe
It's an example
all
of
of those
girl power.
girls are going to like.
No.
Okay.
No. Although that would be cool. I mean,
yeah,
if
Sure.
Marvel,
like Marvel. If you're
Sure.
listening, maybe do like one where all the girls fight bad guys. And, you
Well,
know,
the new
team
movie,
up.
The Marvels, is going to have a very female-led cast with Brie Larson and the actress who plays Ms. Marvel and stuff like that. So it's going to be another female-centric movie.
Yeah.
So that'll be great.
Yeah, when you think of girl power is like, yes, women standing up for each other and women encouraging each other. And yeah, that's basically what that means. Any other comments or thoughts on that?
No.
Okay.
And Marvel, if you're listening too, sponsor us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We don't need to be sponsored. We're fine. All right. So another thing that was cool that recently happened, it was the Fast X trailer drop.
That's just nuts.
Universal did a whole press event where they had, TikTokers, which is wild to me that TikTokers are considered to be press. But they had TikTokers and press come out and watch a 4-minute long trailer and then interview and have one-on-ones with Vin Diesel. So they're really hyping up
and it's
months in advance.
Months before the movie premieres.
Yeah, they're hyping it up months in advance, which I don't know that they really need to. I mean, I think it's going to do well and everyone's going to go see it regardless, but
they want to build that hype train.
I can appreciate the PR machine for what it is. But I watched it and I feel like we watched the trailer and I feel like I saw the whole movie.
It's like that with those trailers.
Yeah, in a 4-minute trailer where they're showing just the highlights of the action scenes and all of that stuff.
Yep.
Nobody is going to see the Fast movies for the story or the dialogue.
That's true.
So we don't really need to see that. We just want to see the highlights, the car crashes, the races and all of that.
Well, I'm just, I'm kind of jazzed. John Cena's in it. Statham's back. I think Dwayne Johnson's back in it.
I don't know.
To some
Dwayne The
degree.
Rock Johnson.
Yes.
I had to
and they're just fun to watch. They're essentially comic book movies.
At this point for sure. I mean they have that we call them popcorn movies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, where you just sit and eat your popcorn and enjoy and don't expect a life-changing moment.
I think the first couple Fast and the Furious movies were based in some semblance of reality, and now it's just outlandish. They're racing cars on the moon now, basically. It's absolutely crazy, but it's so bonkers. It's just fun to watch.
Channing, have you ever seen the Fast movies? Fast and the Furious, the car racing movies?
But you're familiar with them, right? I'm sure you've seen the commercials.
Well, this one time I remember we were on that little tour ride, the little thing.
Yes.
And we saw Fast and Furious.
Yeah. So I used to be another lifetime ago, a tour guide at Universal Studios Hollywood. Woo. And they had a section of the tour that was 2 Fast and the Furious style cars up on hydraulic arms.
Yeah.
That would do this here's what was wild about it. They didn't actually race each other because it was in a very small space, but they made racing sound effects. And then just when you think, oh no, there's going to be a crash thing, the cars elevate and then they start dancing together to a song called Gasolina.
It was really weird.
It was so weird.
Exhibit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
And apparently the producers had never seen this before and they were on the tour and they saw it and they were like, what is this hot garbage? Shut it down, because it was so cheesy. But the guests taking the tour loved it.
Yep.
But here's what they did that was smart instead. They revamped it and added a whole section to the tour now that when you're on the tram that makes people feel like you're going on a Fast and the Furious adventure.
Yeah.
And it's a much better part of the tour.
It would have to be.
Yeah. But I remember that classic having to be like, hey, everybody. I'd be on the tour guide tram.
I always thought that was a little weird. It was kind of a strange exhibit.
It was it was just cheesy, but people, love that about their, they were picture cars. The whole segment was set up about picture cars where we talked about cars and movies. And I was like, are people into this? And they were. People are into cars. I'm not.
Yeah.
Someone
a lot of people are into cars.
Yeah.
Now, you pull up the Ghostbusters car or the DeLorean from Back to the Future, people are going to line up for pictures.
I mean, that's true. Every time I pass by the Ghostbusters car,
they're
I'm like,
famous, movie cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I should know about. I mean, I did that job for 5 years. I guess I should.
Yeah, you should know about
but for
that.
4.5 of those years, you were kind of phoned it in.
I was checking them out. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about what other projects and upcoming things. We talked about Fast X that people are excited about.
Yep.
What is happening sort of more currently that people are excited about for TV shows and movies? What's everyone looking forward to?
Well, and I've mentioned this before in previous episodes, The Last of Us is still gaining momentum. People are still loving it. People are still, despite a bit of backlash on some early episodes, people are still really behind it and loving it.
What backlash?
The backlash over episode 3 on Last of Us. I won't get into the details.
Why did you say the word backlash then if you're
And
not
what does
going to get into
backlash
details?
even mean?
Well, some people didn't like it, some people did. So there was, differing opinions about the episode. But overall, people are really liking the show, and people continue to watch the show.
I don't know if people are excited about this, but for some reason, I'm excited about this movie or TV show. I don't really know. I haven't seen the trailer for it
Okay.
yet.
Go ahead.
But it just seems exciting ever since my mom told me. Barbie, but live action with real people.
Yeah, you
I
mentioned that in
normally-
the last episode.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just still kind of excited. about
Okay.
that.
You're just
I
like
just don't
really
like.
excited.
I just don't like the dolls or how they move.
I know. I'm not sure if Barbie's going to be appropriate for you though, Bob. I'm not sure. I need to watch and see. It's because it's not being made for kids.
Oh.
It's being made for adults.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch it first to make sure.
Yeah.
Ew, adults.
I think it'll either be a really, really funny and great movie or absolutely terrible. It could go either way. I don't think there's
Yeah.
going to be any gray with that movie.
There might be some inappropriateness.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah.
Exactly.
I don't mind, honestly.
Oh, really? I'm glad that you're okay.
I don't mind.
Is that something else you learned from school?
I mean, I've seen stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
so I'm basically used
Where have you seen stuff like that?
the movies you
You're
guys
grounded.
make me. The movies you guys make me watch.
We don't make you
Oh
watch
my
it.
You force
gosh.
me to watch stuff instead of watching TV shows that I watch or YouTube.
What do
What-
we
what do
force
we
you
force
to
you to
watch?
watch?
Like what? What have you had to watch that you were like,
I
I'm
don't remember the name of it.
because it
Okay.
didn't happen.
Exactly.
It did happen.
Moot. Your
Thank
argument's moot.
you.
I think what's happening is we're making you stop watch YouTube for a few minutes
no,
to watch something
no,
else.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's not what
All right.
happened.
Getting off the rails again.
All right.
Thanks, Channing.
How
Yeah,
dare
thanks,
you.
Channing.
So I'm also really looking forward to the upcoming Michael J. Fox documentary on Apple Plus.
All right.
Yeah,
That does look really good.
it does look really good. Just kind of, I got a feeling it's going to be sad, but also somewhat inspiring.
I am excited for the new Mark Maron stand-up comedy special.
Oh yeah,
I think it's really cool that he's doing it on HBO. When Netflix has spent so many years and time and money and marketing effort to be the place for stand-up comics, like every major comedian
Yep.
either wants a special on Netflix or has had a comedy special.
Netflix has hosted
on Netflix.
festivals.
Right.
Yeah.
So they spent all this time and money. But if people forget, HBO was the OG for comedy, before Comedy Central, before any of that, because they
Yep.
used to have comedy specials from like Whoopi Goldberg,
Comic Relief was on
Comic
HBO.
Relief was
wasn't
on
it? Yeah,
HBO.
yeah.
Yeah, like every major comic.
It was a half-hour comedy hour. Was that HBO or was that MTV? That might have been MTV.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember when I wanted to watch stand-up comics, it was on HBO. And what's been interesting to me is over the last decade, there's really been a shift for all comics to be like, oh, we got to get on Netflix. And Mark Maron's special is actually going to be on HBO.
Well, and we watched that one on Amazon Prime.
Yes, and there's some people,
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
Who is very hilarious.
He's funny.
Oh my gosh.
That was a really funny special.
Whenever I see comics who are saying things that are relatable to me and that jokes and things that I think of myself,
Yep.
I kick myself because I'm like, oh, why didn't I write that joke? Or why did I do this? And then I see somebody else do it and now I can't do it.
I was saying, oh, that's such an easy that's such an easy reference. Why
Yes.
didn't I think of that first? Or why
Some
didn't I
of
put it
the
out
best comics do comedy that are subtle, everyday things, and they blow them out
Yep.
and shed a light on them so that we find them very relatable and go, oh yeah, that's what I'm laughing at is the relatability and the surprise factor that you're also in this similar situation. But the Nate Bargatze special is fantastic on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, definitely check that out. Mark Maron's special on HBO. He's a brilliant comedian. He also has his own incredibly successful podcast.
He's a really good actor,
for many
too.
years.
He
He's
was-
also a
yeah.
really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, if you're into stand-up comedy, there's a lot of comedy happening out there right now. We should do like a whole episode just on like comedy
Yeah,
that
it'll be
Channing
easy.
can't watch.
Exactly. Channing, leave the room.
Yeah, I'll
But
leave
Channing
the.
is not allowed to watch.
Yeah, only parents on this segment. Thank
That's
you very
right,
much.
parents only. Okay, so what TV shows are we looking forward to, guys? I'm looking forward to We Have a Ghost with Anthony Mackie, Jennifer Coolidge, David Harbour. That looks really, really good. And
That's kid friendly too.
yes,
It is?
super kid friendly.
Ooh.
And what are you looking forward to, Chris?
Well, We Have a Ghost is looking great. I really like
Or what you're watching now?
what I'm watching now. Poker Face, actually, on the Peacock. Poker Face stars Natasha Lyonne, and she plays like a human lie detector.
Is Poker Face on Peacock?
I believe it is.
I don't think that's true.
You better check.
Okay, because
So
I'm
so I can
like,
correct myself. I'm pretty sure it's on Peacock.
Her searching it up right
But
oh, it is. You're right.
yeah, see. Anyway, human lie detector. Natasha Lyonne plays a human lie detector, and I like Natasha Lyonne for some reason. Everything in my heart tells me I shouldn't like her. I don't know, maybe her voice is annoying or something. I don't know, but she's really good in this show, and she, and to be fair, she's good in everything she does, and I end up liking like all of her performances.
Mm-hmm.
Russian Doll was great. So Poker Face is a really good episodic show that she's in.
Also want to say quickly, like, I'm excited for Animal Control with Joel McHale.
Oh yeah.
I think he's so funny. That's going to be on Fox. I don't know too much about it, but I saw a little clip of it, and I was like, oh, this looks really funny. Channing, what do you want to see?
I'm trying to...
National Treasure Edge of History
Yes.
is what we're watching. What did you think about that show?
I thought it was kind of cool, mysterious. I'm looking forward to see more episodes of that.
Okay.
And
And it's on Disney Plus.
it's on Disney Plus, and
We just watched that one episode, and it's really
Like-
it's very similar. Like, they've taken very much the feeling and the intensity of the movie, and but it's not like a drama necessarily.
Okay.
It has
like-
dramatic overtones, but it's a really fun show, and it's a really good show you can watch with your tween or teen, and they won't feel like it's like a baby show.
or a
seems like it-
9-year-old.
That's a tween. You're a
it would
tween.
almost be like The Librarians, the show The Librarians that came out a few years
know
ago
that
with Noah Wiley. It's more like a historical action adventure, kind of thing. I think that had a more supernatural presence, but it seems like the same kind of vibe. I haven't seen the episode that you guys saw yet, but I'm also looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
really
Channing
cool.
and I watch things without you.
Well,
Yeah.
fine,
Well,
be that way.
you're taking a nap.
All right,
Like I
all
do.
the naps Daddy takes.
Like I do.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into Chansplaining.
Woo woo! I'm gonna be talking about Animal Crossing.
Okay, so what is Animal Crossing, and why should we be playing it?
So, let me just give you a little highlight of how my world on Animal Crossing. It's basically kind of like Minecraft, since all of you gamers out there know what Minecraft is. You make different servers, chat with your friends, but this one, there's only one big server where there's this tiny little island. You add people, you create your island, you wait until you get 4 or 5 stars to this like magician comes, and then you get to like just chill, upgrade your island a little bit, get cool apps, become rich, all that stuff. I think my mom's still mad at me about this little thing that I did. So we've been working on for like 2 years on Animal Crossing.
3.
3 years, okay, if you say so. And for about 2 years, I want to say 2 years, so I don't feel bad. I deleted all the data. I asked her first, and she said it's okay. And I'm like, okay, I deleted all the data. We started over. I am now like the person who takes charge of the island and all that stuff. We already have our own houses, and we're starting to get new people on our island. And basically, the whole point of Animal Crossing is to build your island, add more people to it, expand. Go to different islands. You can go to your friends' islands too if you know their access code and all that stuff. It's a really fun game. I really suggest you play it. I think that probably 8 and up. No, not 8 and up.
No, I think all ages can play
All
Animal
ages can
Crossing.
play.
Like, maybe not for
0-year-old
babies.
A 0-year-old.
No, not for babies. But yeah, little kids love it. I mean, you played it when you were 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Because we started it during the pandemic.
Yep.
Because we had nothing else to
Yes,
do.
that's when I started watching YouTube a lot more.
Yeah. So we started playing. We're focused.
Yes,
Focused
I
around
know,
Animal
I'm
Crossing.
So sorry.
So we're gonna. We started playing Animal Crossing, and during the pandemic, And I loved it. Like, we all got into it. We were building our island. We were pulling up weeds. Like, it's a great...
Sounds riveting.
Yes.
So amazing.
Awesome.
Action packed.
And we, but I think what was really nice about Animal Crossing, especially during that time, is it was just this like sweet, feel good place where you could sort of escape to this island and
relaxing.
make it your own and build a house and pick fruit in your orchard and like, you know, create your island. And the music is so sweet. You could go fishing. And so we spent years, I spent years building this island. Because after a while, Channing and Chris kind of got bored with it, but I was like, no, must build the island.
And you would check in like once every couple of weeks. You would check
really
in and
liked
pick
it.
the weeds and sell your turnips.
I really liked that game a lot. It's a very peaceful game. So if you haven't played Animal Crossing yet, highly recommend. We played on the Nintendo Switch. We love Nintendo. I would say we're like a Nintendo family.
Yes.
I love Nintendo.
And
Nintendo sponsor us.
Yes, sponsor us. I want free mine coins.
Well, okay,
so.
all right. We're not going to try to get free stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for Chansplaining Animal Crossing,
Yes,
even
thank you.
though
You're welcome.
people I don't think have any idea.
Perfectly not confusing.
Nope.
No, it's a really fun game. You should actually try it. You get to dress up your character too.
Yes, we got it.
Yep, we got it.
We're moving on.
I really
Chansplaining is over.
All right.
Yeah.
Your
That's
time is
it.
done.
Never.
That segment
Your
is over.
time is done.
No.
Because we got to talk about Brooker Beats.
Yeah.
Yay!
Brooker
Okay, so
Beats.
what do we need to be listening to this week?
So, you know, Brooker Beats is a challenge for me because I listen to a lot of stuff that a lot of people also don't listen to entirely. And so I'm trying to find stuff that's, you know, relevant for everybody. And, you know, the band Paramore has just come out with a new album. It's been about 6 years since they came out with an album last time. And Paramore is kind of this pop rock band. Hayley Williams is the front person for the band, and she's been famous for like most of her life, mostly because of this band. And it's pop rock music, and it's got a really great sound, and they're returning kind of back to their roots of pop rock with this new song called This Is Why. That's the new single. It's the title track for the new album, This Is Why, and it's just a lot of fun to listen to. But one thing I really like about it, you know, I mentioned they're returning back to their roots of kind of pop rock. I mean, they played the Warped Tour and stuff like that, so they have that kind of sound, that kind of Blink 182, Green Day, Sum 41, Block Party kind of sound. Their new stuff sounds a lot like that, but there's definite growth in it, in that a couple times during the single, I actually looked at the speaker, like, what just happened? There's like a tone change in the song or something like that that made it very interesting to listen to. And Channing, I think you would really like this band, Paramore, very much.
Really?
Because it's good rock and roll music. They might have some swears every now and again.
I don't really care about swears.
They might have some swears every now and again, but overall, it's good, like pop rock music that I think is fun to listen to. And that's my vote for this week, is the new Paramore album, This Is Why.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
All right, well,
it's very cool.
We'll start rocking out.
And I've been listening to their older stuff now because of it, just to kind of get a comparison.
Yeah.
And they're back in form, and it's been 6 years since their last album. So.
All right, cool. Well, we'll start rocking out to some more Paramore then.
Yep.
That is a great suggestion.
Add
you.
it to my playlist.
All right, you guys. So
Good
that's
stuff.
going to do it for episode 4 of the Brooker Family Popcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Take a moment, please, and subscribe to our show. It would mean the world to us. And leave a comment, 5 stars. Give us 5 stars.
Yes, 5 million actually.
5 million stars, please.
5 million.
Thanks again. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.